Hey guys, I'm Erik Peterson and I'm a men's dating and relationship coach for skillofattraction.com. And today's coaching video is called When She's Dragging Her Feet Towards Commitment. Now, as many of you guys know, these coaching videos is when one of you guys writes into me, and if I think it's a question that would be beneficial to my viewers and subscribers, I answer your question in a video. And in this email that I got from a viewer, he has been dating this girl for about a year and they've been talking about marriage and whatnot, but she's dragging her feet a little bit in terms of pulling the trigger and doing what she needs to do to move this relationship to the next level. And he's starting to get a little impatient about it, so he wrote in to me to see what he can do. So I'm going to go through his email and see where he could clean things up a bit and hopefully put her in a position where she's going to want to take it to the next level without him having to try to convince her of doing that. But if you guys need my personal help and you're interested in some private coaching, please head over to my website at skillofattraction.com, click on the coaching tab, and there you'll see that I have several options for you to choose from. I offer emergency email coaching that includes a response from me on weekends and holidays, and I also offer both bi-weekly and monthly email coaching where I will work with you throughout that time period. Additionally, I offer phone coaching for my U.S. clients. Now, if you live outside the U.S., I will have a phone or Skype coaching option sometime in the future, but for right now, email coaching is the way to go. And I'll post a link to both my contact page and my coaching page in the description down below. So let's get on to his email. He says, "Hello, Erik. First of all, a big thank you for conducting all the video sessions on YouTube." Well, you are welcome. It has definitely been very helpful to get an amazing perspective on women. I need some advice from you about a relationship I am currently in. I got into a relationship with a girl about a year back. This also happens to be a long-distance relationship as she and I are located in different cities within my country. Incidentally, we also have a professional relationship as she happens to be my tenant in the apartment I own in the city she lives in. It all started off very well initially with she confessing her liking for me. She has not professed her love for me yet, though. And she was very keen on marrying and settling down with me. Now, my question for you is, did she bring up marrying you and settling down, or is this you mentioning this? The reason I ask is because you want these sort of things like exclusivity, marriage, etc., to be the woman's idea. Now, as long as you can be patient and not so focused on commitment, well, just having fun dating and whatnot, she will eventually bring it up. This way, like I said, it will be her idea, and you won't find yourself trying to talk her into it and trying to convince her, or worse, getting rejected when you do bring it up. He continues, "At that time, I suggested that we date for a while to understand each other. We are both divorcees. As time went by, I started developing feelings for her and confessed my love for her. We went on long weekend trips, and I used to regularly visit her in her city." Okay, that was good that you suggested to date for a while and get to know each other. I mean, you never really want to rush into such a big commitment such as marriage. The honeymoon period could last up to 2 years, though it typically only lasts like the first 3 to 6 months of the relationship. But people are on their best behavior during the honeymoon phase of the relationship, so it's easy to fall in love during this time. However, you also want to get to know the woman who isn't always on her best behavior. You want to get to know the real woman, the one who you will be spending a majority of your time with. You don't want to commit yourself to someone who can make your life miserable for potentially the rest of your life or end up in divorce court. Now, you also mentioned that you confessed your love for her. Now, there's nothing wrong with that per se, but if she's not telling you how much she loves you as well, it's a good idea to reel in all those feelings you're sharing with her until she's reciprocating. I mean, don't get me wrong. It doesn't have to be, tit for tat. you just want to be cognizant of how often you're doing this when you're not getting anything in return. He says, since I was very sure of settling down with her, I discussed her with my parents and my near and dear ones. Issues started cropping up when I asked her to talk about us to her parents so that we could take the relationship to the next level. She is very reluctant to do that, as she said she needs more time to analyze the relationship, and there are certain questions and doubts in her mind that she wants to answer and solve herself. Well, there's nothing wrong with her wanting to take some time to be sure she wants to make this commitment, but you really want to be objective about what's going on here. I mean, she's not saying that she loves you, she's not willing to talk to her parents about you, and now she's reluctant to take the relationship to the next level. Yet you're going to her city to visit her and taking her on long weekend trips. While I don't have all the details here, it seems to me that you're putting in quite a bit of effort and she's not really reciprocating all that much. The question here is, are her feelings as strong as yours, or is she just a bit lazy in the relationship because you're doing everything for her? He says, I have not been able to make any headway here. Even though she visited me last weekend and we had great sex, I have not been able to convince her to have the talk with her folks. Oh, okay, so she is visiting you too. But either way, you still want to be objective here and watch her actions more than listening to her words, because her actions are never going to lie. On the other hand, if you guys are having sex and the sex is passionate and you're not trying to talk her into it like you are with these other things, then that's a good sign that her feelings are relatively strong for you. He continues, since I love her a lot, I did not want to compel her and jeopardize the relationship, and I told her I will wait for her to make up her mind. Well, you do have to be patient with her, but only to a certain extent. I mean, it's difficult to know when to cut your losses and get out, but it's a good idea to put your own personal time limit on the situation, because she could easily keep this going forever, telling you that she needs more time or giving you a bunch of excuses. I mean, I know you want to be with her, but you can't wait forever. You have to think about yourself, your wants and needs, and your own life and goals as well. In my country, speaking to parents about a relationship is a big thing, and that shows further commitment. In the meantime, I have decided to initiate the no contact rule for some time, because it's only me predominantly initiating texting and calling. Well, it is a good idea that you back off a bit and give her the time and space to come to you. Let her chase you a little bit. She needs to know that she doesn't have you just yet, and that it's going to take some continued effort from her before she can completely win you over and to keep you. Now, a lot of women really don't understand this. Many think that because they're pretty and they have sex with you, that's all it takes. But they have to continue putting in the effort to maintain your love and attraction as well. Just like I'm always telling you guys that what you must do in order to keep a woman. I mean, it's a two-way street, and it takes more than just being a hot piece of ass. You men, make sure you remember that, because so many men are so hypnotized by a woman's beauty and the fact that they're having mind-blowing sex with her that they let everything else fall by the wayside, not even paying attention to the fact that she's not putting in much effort at all. He says, I don't know where I'm going wrong and what I can do further to help move this relationship to the next level. Please advise. Okay, so what I believe the problem here is that you're too focused on the commitment. As a man, you should never be too focused on a commitment with a woman. I mean, that's feminine energy. And I realize that this approach probably goes against everything that you've been taught or have heard, but there is no urgency for her to lock you down when you're basically handing her your commitment on a silver platter. Plus, it makes her question your value when you behave in this way. She begins to think things like, why is he in such a rush? Is he not the high-value man that I thought he was? Does he not have options with other women? Why doesn't he have options with other women? Is something wrong with him? And these questions make her begin to feel that you have her on a pedestal, which in turn causes a loss of respect for you. So what you should do here is not directly pressure her at all any longer. Don't ask her about if or when she will be talking to her parents about this, or when you two will be taking things to the next level. She knows that's what you want at this point, so there's no need to continually reiterate that to her. Like I said, you want to back off quite a bit for right now, but you want to do it slowly. You don't want to demonstrate a sudden change because she will just think that you're playing games. So slowly back away by making yourself a little bit more scarce. And don't mention anything about talking to her folks or getting married, and put your own personal time limit on this situation if your patience is beginning to wear thin. Now, when she does reach out to you, you still want to make plans with her because you still want to maintain a balanced romance with her. And when you do get together, just focus on having fun with her and leading the interaction into the bedroom. I mean, that's really all you have to do until she begins mentioning taking this relationship to the next level. And she probably won't mention it in a direct manner, but she's going to more likely sort of hint at it. So you want to listen for that and just keep your ears open. And when she does mention this, and then you simply ask her if she means what you think she means to be sure that you're on the same page. So say she starts hinting at wanting to take the relationship to the next level. So you might say, are you saying that you want to talk to your folks and take this relationship to the next level? And when she confirms, then just agree with her with something like, yeah, I would like that too, babe. And in the meantime, you want to turn a majority of your focus onto your goals, your hobbies, and passions. I mean, women love a man who is passionate and determined to do what he must do. I mean, it's very masculine. Plus, it would only help distract you from her dragging her feet and taking her sweet time with this. I mean, when you're focused on what she's not doing, it only seems to take much longer, which is causing you to be more impatient. You know, as the saying goes, a watch pot never boils. So if you found this video helpful, or any of my videos helpful, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up and for you to share it with any of your friends and family. And I would also really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button down below and tick that little bell symbol next to it so you get real-time notifications of when I upload new videos. And in the description down below, not only will I have a link to both my contact page and my coaching page, but I also have a link to PayPal if you deem this video worthy of a donation. So that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.